Good afternoon, guys, and happy Saturday, I think it is. Saturday? Yes, I think today's Saturday. To all of your sunshiny faces. We're gonna go with Saturday, guys. I truly think it is actually that day, but I have, like I said, guys, totally have lost track. So, oh, look at that. It's 11 o'clock and both my parents are still awake. That's weird. Anyways, guys, I was going to share with you guys the, oh, it's just you? Mom's not in there? Oh, wow, my dad's still awake by himself at 11 o'clock at night. That's even stranger. Normally my dad falls asleep all the time, so I was gonna do a short vlog today just showing you guys, because I told you guys that me and Jack were going to slightly finish up a little bit more of a couple of reorganizing things that still needed to be done. So yesterday we showed you guys our pantry with, this is all snack stuff in here, and this is bread. This is just one full shelf dedicated to bread, which is really cool though, because if you guys have ever seen in the back of the vlogs, if I'm ever standing this way, you guys see the immense mess that is behind me on that like cabinet thing. All of the chips and bread were thrown up there, and while I still don't like the way that these chips are organized, the bread has got a perfect home and I love it. And I wish that we had another container that was exactly like that. Would be perfect. Just because the chips fall all over the place, you know, like the bags are open, and even if you use bag clips too, they're not like a box, like they're not stackable like a cracker box. Or we have this little thing in here that we've got our extra, this is already a box of open popcorn. Somebody threw the box out, so we just ended up throwing all the popcorn into this tiny little container. But you guys can see, like, you know, they stack sort of. You can kind of put, you know, boxes of things in places, but with chips you don't, and they just, you know, fall all over the place unless they're in something. So we have this little tote in here, but I don't like it. So I wish we had another one of those. We just can't find it. And if we did, maybe even putting it down on the bottom, and we could just pull it out when we need to, or put extra stuff on the bottom too. If we had like 2 of those, actually if we had 3 of those would be perfect. I really felt like we had 2. Apparently we only have 1. Anyways though, so yeah, we reorganized that. That was originally all spices, seasonings, baking stuff and all that, and then it all ended up over in this new pantry over here. My dad, I believe, got a shelf that we're going to add a second shelf in here, like I was telling you guys yesterday. So this is sort of all organized for the most part. And then we switched also to, up here is now our pasta stuff, which is all organized in the like the ball canning jars, the big ones, the like, I don't know, the quarts, or not quart, I think they're gallon size maybe, or something like that. So we ended up doing that yesterday. Then we were starting to play around with more like appliances and where we were going to store things. And what we're planning on is the, down here we have got the bread machine, so that's not on top of the refrigerator anymore, because that's where it was. And then we've got the crock pots, the 2 crock pots. I also have a 3rd crock pot. The problem is, I think I was telling you guys a few, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 ago, I actually broke the, well, it was pretty much broken almost ever since we got it. The knob didn't stay stuck on the like thing, and if we ever lost it, we'd have no way of turning the slow cooker on. So I tried to glue it and used like super glue. Unfortunately, the super glue got all into all of the mechanics of the whole thing, and you couldn't turn it at all then. So super glue works really well, guys, but we still have the base. So if we ever got another one, because it's not the same size as those ones are smaller, but the bigger one, I think it's like an 8 quart maybe or something like that, and those ones are 6 is what I want to say, or maybe the other one's 12 or something. I really don't know, but I know it's like a 2, like whatever's bigger, if it is quarts or something like that, bigger than what those are. So it's nice for doing like lasagna in, because those ones are kind of small. I've done like slow cooker lasagna, and if we're doing like a whole fryer, like a chicken fryer in the slow cooker, or some other type of like large meat, you know, or just large item in general. Soup too is really good in that bigger slow cooker. And again, not that these ones don't work well, but again, for certain things, it fits a lot better. I've actually done a whole ham in the bigger slow cooker before. So if Aldi ever has like that size slow cooker on sale again, I want to pick one up. And we'll have an extra base that we can switch out when that one's dirty or whatever that I saved from the other one. So ideally we'd have another slow cooker and another like insert, you know, piece of the slow cooker down there as well. And then what we ended up doing though today was we kind of reorganized most of these cabinets. What we ended up putting up here, there was like my mom's sort of like nice, not fine china because we have a china cabinet, but a little bit more of like what's it called, like serving dishes and stuff like that, that's like more for like companies over and everything. So that went up into that top one above the refrigerator. It's smaller, so it stores those things a little bit better. The things that were up there, this cabinet has a little bit more room. And on top of that too, we don't have access, super easy access to that on a daily basis. Whereas this stuff up here, like the little slow cookers up there, are microwave popcorn thingy is up there as well. We have a fondue maker. Also too, my mom likes to store candles sometimes up here. She always has, but they were not always accessible. So we also have the blender pieces, the extra water filters. I think I have bamboo skewers, and we have a little Mickey Mouse pancake maker. So some of those things were also things that we pulled out of this cabinet down here, which now only has our waffle iron, our vegetable steamer, just because we use the vegetable steamer all the time, so it really needs to be out and super accessible. I think our food processor is also in there, maybe one other thing, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. And that thing is a pain to get open though sometimes. So we're possibly thinking about maybe just doing like fabric on there instead, and maybe even the cabinet above there, just because with the new refrigerator that we got a few years ago, we have not been able to put the cabinet or the cabinet door back on that one because it used to open this way, like out this way. So every single time it couldn't get past the refrigerator. And so we were thinking maybe we could do it where it opens this way, but I still don't know how much room that's going to give you. So we might do like matching, like, you know, little curtain type things or something like that over there, which would look kind of cute. So because that thing too, you guys can see it doesn't even close all the way. It's broken on the bottom, sort of. It doesn't, like the track, I don't know, something weird with the track. Anyway though, so like I said, we pretty much reorganized that top cabinet, this cabinet, and that one, which all had different appliances and stuff like that. And I also reorganized this one up here as well, with all kinds of different, just these top two cabinets really, that had other little like appliance things and stuff like that. So we were actually able to clear a lot of stuff out. Actually got rid of a handful of things that we were like, we really don't use this. Like, I don't even know. I think this is for butter. I don't really even know, but I've never used it. I don't even know how to. And I think this too. My mom was like, you can get rid of that. And she had two like sifters. One was like an antique one. The other one was not an antique, but it was so rusty. I was like, we're better off keeping the antique one because it looks in better condition than the one that we had since I was little. So my other thought is that this cabinet down here, which is kind of a hot mess, we might move some of this stuff down to that other cabinet down there as well. Plus we have a couple of things that are in the laundry room where we store our other big appliances that we don't use very often. Our roaster, we have an Instapot that I haven't even gotten out of the box yet. We got a while ago. I want to learn some recipes for it, but that's another story. That I'd love to put in that cabinet down there as well. Just things that we use daily, because like especially in the summer, I cook almost all exclusively out of crock pots because it's too hot to have the stove on, especially in the summer. So and in the winter too, we do a lot of soups, which normally are in the slow cooker. So anyways though, my dad also, he went to Menards. He had to go there today because we had to pick up the top cabinet. So he has that. He's going to prime and paint all of that stuff tomorrow, and then I don't know, maybe by tomorrow, like maybe by Monday or Tuesday at the latest, hopefully it will be up, and then we can get these this bin and the this bin, and then also to this stuff I think is supposed to be going in there along with the coffee stuff, which is all on this shelf right down here. All of that is gonna go into the pantry when we get that next shelf, which my dad got pieces for. We also got stuff because I think I was showing you guys, we were pulling out the tile back here halfway. It's done right now. We have the rest of this to pull out, but then my mom is actually going to paint tiles. We're going to get we got a spray paint, and then it's like the stuff we actually used for the floorboards in the bathroom, because we had the floorboards, well, not floorboards, the baseboards, and the like vent cover. And I think we painted like the spray paint we did on 2 of the shelving units that are also in the bathroom, and it was like a coppered hammer color, and my mom wants to go with like kind of a copper. That's why we have the blue, kind of like turns kind of that bluish color, like mixed with that copper, and so she wants to do that, but she had found a way to kind of do that that's really cool. So we got not the hammered texture, but a copper color, and the tiles as well. So we'll see how everything looks as we get rolling on the projects and everything. We still have got some painting to do and stuff like that. Only half of the kitchen, you guys can see right above me, half the kitchen is painted. And like, yeah, so we are seeing how everything is, like I said, kind of moving along. And like I said too, what me and Jack were able to get done for today. I did that. I also edited today, and I got to dishes, but I didn't really get to a ton of laundry. Don't really think I got to any laundry. And then me and Jack relaxed for a little while and played a little bit of video games. And because we went hard yesterday, I told you guys I was like exhausted after yesterday, just because I was up standing for hours organizing all this stuff. And now that it is done, I mean, somewhat the part that I was mainly involved in the kitchen for right now, the whole organizing and all that stuff. I'm telling you guys in the last few days vlog, everything that we had over here on top of all the other pantry stuff before we got those 2 units put in, we had just another like standalone, like almost a shift robe thing, and that's where it was storing all the food. We had to get that out, obviously, and we didn't want to just leave it in the kitchen, so we had all the food on the table. We haven't been able to use the kitchen table in a while. So now that that's all taken care of, we can kind of get back to having the kitchen a little bit under control, because it was a mess. And I don't know, it just feels really like nice in here right now, and like freshly painted and all that kind of stuff. And then I look behind me and it's like still not that nice, but then you look over here and you're like, wow, this looks like a fresh brand new kitchen. And it feels that way too. And it's actually funny too, because I feel like the kitchen table fits better in this space right now actually than it normally has been. And once we get rid of that, because that shelf won't be there anymore, and this one won't as well, once those are both gone, I feel like this kitchen is going to have so much space. And I thought that this was going to make it feel smaller. It actually really doesn't. It kind of makes it feel a little bit bigger. And obviously too, we have more storage too, so stuff that was like sitting out and looked cluttery and all that kind of stuff is actually put away right now. So it does make actually the kitchen feel a lot bigger, I think. Just like I said, for kind of that like clutter aspect. Like there isn't like a crock pot sitting out like on a shelf somewhere where it's visible. You know, everything is like put away. So that's really awesome, guys. But as I told you guys, I was trying to keep today's vlog a little short. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe. And I will see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.